Leonidas, king of Sparta, 300 men, 1 million soldiers. Until someone talked, they did not retreat. They became eternal.
In 480 BC, the Persian god King Xerxes assembled the largest invasion force the ancient world had ever seen. Historians estimate his army had anywhere from 100,000 to over 1 million soldiers. He marched westward to conquer Greece. The Greek city-states desperately needed time. Time to unite. Time to prepare. Sparta's King Leonidas volunteered to hold a choke point. A narrow coastal pass, barely 15 meters wide, squeezed between cliffs and sea. The Greek city-states had a decision to make. Fight and perhaps die together, or do nothing and certainly die alone. Leonidas, king of Sparta, a man who had spent his entire life being trained for exactly this moment. He brought with him 300 Spartan warriors, joined by 4,000, perhaps 7,000 allied Greek soldiers. From Thespia, Corinth, Arcadia, city-states that disagreed on nearly everything except this. They marched north, toward a pass most of them would never leave. They were not alone. Warriors from a dozen city-states, each of whom had made the same calculation. Better to fight here than to wait for the enemy to come to them. 15 meters wide. In this place, and in this place alone, the math of 1 million soldiers became irrelevant. And then, the Persians arrived. That night, the Greeks sharpened their weapons. Some prayed, some slept. In the morning, the Persian host would come, and they would hold. For 2 days, they held. The geography did what numbers could not. In 15 meters of pass, Persia's 1 million could field no more fighters than Greece. The advantage was nullified. The Persians were losing thousands. The Greeks, by comparison, were losing very few. Leonidas managed the impossible, a rotating phalanx. The Greeks did not simply fight, they managed. Xerxes sent his immortals, 10,000 elite soldiers. They had never been stopped. The Spartans stopped them. For the first time in memory, the God King doubted. Dawn, the second day. The Greek line had held. It would hold again. The Greeks had taken casualties, fewer than should have been possible, but they were dead nonetheless. Xerxes sent wave after wave. Each time the pass held them. Each time the Greeks held the pass. It was not strength that held the pass. It was system. By the end of the second day, Persian losses numbered in the thousands. Greek losses? A fraction of that. Xerxes, who had declared himself a god, was beginning to understand what gods do not usually have to understand: limitation. His name was Ephialtes, a Greek. He walked to the Persian camp and told them about a path. A hidden mountain path. It wound around the cliffs and came out behind the Greek position. That night, Xerxes sent his forces over the mountain. Thousands of men, torchlit, silent, threading through the dark. At dawn, a runner arrived. Persian forces had taken the mountain path. The Greek position was surrounded. Leonidas dismissed the bulk of the Allied force. Some say to save their lives. Some say to preserve fighters for the battles ahead. Perhaps both. He kept his 300 Spartans and 700 Thespians who refused to go. The Thespians were not ordered to stay. They chose to. He spoke to them. History did not preserve the words, only the fact of them. They charged, not into retreat, into the enemy. Leonidas fell. The Spartans fought to recover his body. Every last defender died in the attempt. Their sacrifice was not in vain. The delay allowed Athens to evacuate. It permitted the Greek navy to regroup. Weeks after Thermopylae, the Greek fleet destroyed the Persian navy at Salamis. The following year, 479 BC, the combined Greek army destroyed the Persian land forces at Plataea. The invasion was over. Greece survived. At Thermopylae, the Greeks erected a monument. On it, the poet Simonides wrote, "Go tell the Spartans, stranger passing by, that here, obedient to their laws, we lie."